Yellow. Hey. Oh, there we go. How's everyone doing? We're back. You're so cute, no. No, you. Thank you for checking in on the stream. Hello, B. Hello, Omen. Oh, thank you for the prime sub. Let's go. Boxing emote. Screw you. Enjoy your boxing emote. Hey, Cam. And hey, Kitori. Hey, Boo. You got some time to check in before raiding? I thought you went into PF. Oh my god. You guys are a menace. Absolute menace. And thank you, Kitori, for calling out that only one person can redeem the daily check-in. What the hell? I had settings wrong for that. PF, it's Tuesday. Yeah, so it's a reset. Oh, yeah, wait. You can't reset. Can't clear. Yeah. I'm not that non-believer with group. Yeah, okay. At this point, you should just make an alt. No, I forgot. When are you guys gonna raid? Like half an hour? Or 1 hour and a half? Oh my god. I'm trying to open this new bottle of honey, but it's not letting me. God damn it. Fuck's sake. Struggling already. 30 minutes? Yeah, okay. Surely you'll re-clear in 1 day, surely. Ah, there we go. Okay, I screwed up the stickering. Why do they put like this heavy stickering on? I guess it's honey. I guess. Okay. How's your Mael voice? Well, it is Mael. It's it is okay. It is trying, like, slowly getting away, I think. This is why I got honey. Speaking is hard. And I'll just put it in my coffee. But we're still a bit rough around the edges, I suppose. Yeah. Yum. Sometimes it's worse and sometimes it isn't. But at least it's not like super swollen anymore. Can you say your name? I feel like I don't know how to pronounce it. Oh, it's Soluna. Soluna. But Soul, Solo, hey you, all work. It's okay. Nayoshimi, hey. I have it like phonetically in my about section as well. How you doing? We're doing. Birds waking up. Oh well, I'm blind. Well, welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. This is why we have this emote. It's okay. Are you still doing your 12-hour streams, Kitori? Wait, aren't you streaming right now? No shot. Hold up. No more 12-hour stream. Oh. Hey, don't look. I thought you were online though. Let me give you a shout out. Everyone, go check Kitori. We like re-rated to her last time when we were doing co-working. And yeah, super cozy stream. I have support other streamers on my to-do list, so I'm still working. I see. Smart. Oh, you have your audio split then? Are you still watching strums? I tried setting that up, but I don't know. I get too distracted, I think. Because I can't talk, have like my train of thought, and then have someone yapping in the other side of my ear. I suppose I could like mute the stream when I'm like when I'm like talking in the co-working stuff. Well, my stream stuff is on my laptop and everything else is on my PC. Oh, smart cookie here with the dual setup. My PC couldn't handle my VTuber Plus games. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you have a customized model as well, right? So it loads in all the freaking layers it has. Those things chug so much CPU. Like, it's great that we have the customizable VTubers nowadays, but the more options they come with, the more they would like brick your PC. I like them though, it's good. It's good that they are here. Oh, first coffee of the day. Yeah, maybe someday I'll have a custom one made. Yeah, I feel ya. Someday soon, TM. I feel... There we go. Yeah, they're becoming really good, right? Here we go. I saw one that actually kind of makes me consider taking it, but I like my model. Was talking about this last time on stream. But it also had the diagonal bangs that I had, so I was like, holy! Because I normally never find that hair option. And otherwise I need to... I mean, I guess I can commission an artist to, or go into the textures and stuff myself, but... Like, you buy a model to not fix with it anymore. I'm on a wait list for texture edits. Yeah, you do like all new clothes and stuff. It's so nice. Oh, and you have like the ears and the tail as well, especially done, right? I can understand that kind of stuff. It is good that artists are... I mean, I think it's smart. If you can tinker a bit with textures of like a model or just a tiny bit of rigging and such, then to not go full blown in making your own model, but then doing edits for the customized models, because there's so many VTubers nowadays that use the customized model. Let's market in that. I did the coloring on my ears and my tail myself. But I want her to change the shape a little bit on the ears. We're gonna get floppy ears. Or you're just gonna make them more pointy. Like a hound. I just want them a little bit more wispy, like border collie. Oh, with the ear puffs. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, whenever I let stuff made of my oh chat on the head. Whenever I let art or something be made of my character, I always have in the mango. It's not a mango, you. It is a firebird. Yes, thank you. It might look mango shaped, but that is just a sheer coincidence. All right, banjo. Oh my god. Now we have now we're an instrument. Okay. Would you want me to ring ding da 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 ding ding da 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 ding ding kazooie? I don't have a banjo kazooie. Oh my god, that brings me back nostalgia. Yeah, that banjo. Okay, okay. Granted, it is the same color. You have a point there, actually. Mango. No, it's not a mango. God damn it. What was I saying before chat derailed me as usual? Oh yeah, whenever I do like art, burnt mango. Oh. All right, buddies. No, listen here, all right? No. I'ma fry your ass. How about that one? But I like mangoes. Okay, fine. You can be a burnt mango. I still think fruit shouldn't be warm though, but alright. We went through this statement on your stream, Bim. What am I gonna do with like the art that you guys got? Instead of like a firebird, and you're supposed to have a final form that is a phoenix. What the hell do you become if you're a mango? You just become like a tree, a flying tree. A round-shaped phoenix? No. A round-shaped phoenix? Oh my god. You mean like a rotisserie chicken with long... with a long plume tail? Oh my god. The Weister? No. Get out of here. We're not doing that bullshit over here. Abyssos was 3 years ago, Beam, or something. Borp. Actual Borp. Rotisserie phoenix. Yeah! Oh my god. Okay, bye. Man. Yeah, do I need to change the name for Fire Brigade? Jesus. To Mango Borps. I don't need to... How are you all doing? You guys liking the music? I'm testing it out if it doesn't get DMCA'd. Hey Xiao, I can't figure out from where it is, but I've heard it before. It fits the mood. Nice, nice. It's a mix of like ambience and stuff like that, and Witcher songs. Yeah, there you had the leitmotif. Da, 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 da. How you doing? Hope you're doing good. Yeah, finally everyone can do the daily check-in. Oh my god, I feel so dumb. So stupid. I feel so stupid. I've yet to play The Witcher, been sitting in my backlog for 5 years. Don't feel stupid. Oh, it's fine. I feel stupid every day I go online on the stream, and that is fine. Marcin did so good with the Witcher soundtrack. Yeah. Maybe you should play. If I say maybe you should play the Witcher 3 on stream, because when is Witcher 4 coming out? Do we actually have a release date or not? But if I play Witcher 3 on stream, it's gonna be like 100 freaking episodes kind of thing. Yeah, I feel very dumb with most tech stuff. Yeah, I try to read a lot about it. I feel like every time I add something, I break 3 more things. That is hacking mood. Yeah. No release date, but a lot of rumors for a new DLC. Oh shit. Witcher 3 will most likely get a new expansion this year. Oh. Alright. Maybe, just maybe, we need to play it on stream. Because the other thing I considered, because we were playing Ori, right? But the other thing I considered was also God of War. Because I never fully played God of War myself. I know. But we could do Witcher as well, actually. Yes. It's gonna take such a long time to play through, I think, though. Because it, like, Witcher 3 is so long, right? And then the DLCs, which is a Blood and something, which is arguably just as good as the freaking game. It's also Blood and Wine. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. It's also quite a long part. And you know me, I get distracted by any tiny thing along the way. Let alone if we're doing that for The Witcher. Also, I'm horribly bad at that clunky combat. It's gonna be something. So during middle of new expansion drops and at the end of your playthrough, 4 will be released. Perfect. I mean, that's probably accurate. If I would start it now. Although I was surprised that for Breath of the Wild, which we're gonna play today a bit more, I only have like 25 parts for now. How much did I do for Hades? Hold on. Well, at a certain point, we kind of beelined Hades, right? Yeah. Oh, Hades has like 17. Okay. Huh. We are running against or towards the end of Breath of the Wild, though. How long is one part usually? That's a good question. Because, the Zelda streams are shorter than the Hades streams, that is true. Let's see. So Hades streams are around 4.5 hours? Yeah. Between 3 and 4.5 hours. And the first one was 7 hours, and then, yeah, okay. And the Zelda streams are about 3 hours. 3 or 4. Oh, lately it has been 3.5 pretty consistently. Oh my god, look at me being consistent. What the hell? Breath of the Wild is one of those games that can be short as long as you make it though. You could go fight the final boss as soon as you finish the prologue. Yeah, so we have the 4 beasts now, right? And I can probably go to Hyrule Castle now, but we still have some things to finish off. I'm not gonna like go all over the place, but we still need to find the Goron with the name Sun. You still need the DLC story? Oh, okay. Okay. And probably some big quest line. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah. Like we do a bit of the side things and then we put the weapons back in Hateno. I'm also doing like no fast travel, so that pads my time quite a bit. Because I think, yeah, once in a while we at least have like half of a stream that is like, we're returning to Hateno, da 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 da. Riding the freaking horse all the way back. Can you do the DLC? Do you need to do the DLC before going to a Hyrule Castle or not? Yeah, you can say that without spoiling too much. Any is fine. Oh, you just mean like the X type of quests? Oh yeah, we have a bunch of those. I don't want to become super overpowered though. We already were overpowered for the... No, the actual story DLC. Wait, what? X quests are yet another part of the DLC. God. My god. It's the DLC after the... Oh wait, no, you said you still need the DLC story before I can go to Hyrule. You got 2 main things for the DLC. The sword trail at the Deku Tree. Oh yeah. And the story part that gives some more depth to Link and the Prodigy. Oh, okay. Did we do the sword trial? I don't think we did, right? Oh yeah, no, we didn't, because you said that's DLC and then I turned around. Yeah. Story-wise, it takes place before the boss, but it doesn't really matter gameplay-wise. Well, we should do it before, like, the big boss then. I mean, I reckon if you go to Hyrule Castle, it is, like, the final part of the game. I know you can go around the map afterwards, but I kind of want to like have it as a closer there as well before we probably go back to Hateno. I really wish we could decorate our house more, but at the same time, I guess they just need to release like Animal Crossing Hyrule Champions. That thing sucks, by the way. Back then, I wanted to be able to explore like an epilogue of Hyrule after the Calamity was defeated. Oh. I mean, the epilogue of Hyrule after the Calamity was defeated, quote unquote Calamity was defeated, is Tears of the Kingdom, right? Yeah. There you have your epilogue. Yeah, but not quite. Yeah, I know what you mean. Funnily enough, I know more about Tears of the Kingdom than Breath of the Wild. And the Musou games isn't really scratching an itch. Oh yeah, I can understand that. Some parts are cool, but meh. Yeah. I think Musou games are really fun. And I had a lot of fun with them when I was younger. Like Dynasty Warriors and such. But nowadays it's... I feel like you sometimes just boot them up, play them for a few hours. For like 1 or 2 even. And then you won't play it again for like a week or 2. I don't like how they added like more story in the Musou game though. Like it seems that they really want to make an ongoing Zelda story now across multiple games. Well, I like get that Mario always had like the same premise, but always in a different package, right? I felt like Zelda was kind of the same, but now they seem to have like an ongoing thing. The first one is just the story not being canon. That is annoying. Okay. I mean, it's good that it ain't canon, to be honest. And the maps themselves are Hyrule before the Calamity. Ooh. Second Musou game based on Tears of the Kingdom is 100% canon. Oh my god, Nintendo, what are you doing? Becoming Yoko Taro here. Of Nintendo. Yeah, go play Final Fantasy XIV up to level, what, 80, and go do the Alliance quest if you really want to know the lore of everything with the Nier universe. Oh yeah, by the way, here we have a gacha as well. You fucking sellout, Taro. That gacha, yeah, that's also a thing. It should have been canon as it's a retelling what happened before everything went wrong. Oh, I see. Okay, that makes more sense. I did like when Zelda was like more unique in what it does, but at the same time I can kind of understand that they're running into issues. I mean, Breath of the Wild is amazing, don't get me wrong. It's in that way it is kind of like a whole new thing, right? Man, I just realized that we got open world Zelda before we got open world Pokemon. That is kinda insane, isn't it? Release more 10H related stuff to the Nier. Oh yeah. To the next Nier game, and my life is yours, Yoko Taro. Yeah. There's another game that I could play on stream. Nier Automata. I don't know how long a playthrough would be though. That's a beautiful game though. I'm in love with the art of 10H, like literally her outfit is so pretty. Yeah, they did a good job. It's 50, 60 hours for all 5 routes, I think. Yeah, it kind of depends how hard you go through it, right? Because it has like some side quests that are quite long. But that kind of checks out for the most of like a JRPG. 50, 60 hours, yeah. The Route B is the one that kind of throw people off usually. Yeah. I just wonder how fun it would be to watch a playthrough because I know everything already. Like normally I want to play a game and then we can experience it together with chat, right? Now with Witcher 3 I don't necessarily care about it anymore because it's vague enough in my head. And I didn't do all the side stuff in Witcher 3. And God of War I never fully played. Yeah. You'll find all the hints most likely. Yeah. I'm very much like walk everywhere around the map. To a annoying degree, I would say, actually. I love games that throw hints during the game so the replay is like, oh my god, that was it? Oh yeah, that's so good. I'm not a big fan of replays myself. Or like where you need to... it was the new Silent Hill, right? The new Silent Hill F has that actually set up really, really well. Where you do multiple playthroughs, but every playthrough is significantly, like, quite different, I would say. Where it alludes further upon the story and then shows you what really is going on, right? But normally I'm not really a fan of needing to replay through the whole game. I like when it is kind of like Witcher 3, where you have a bunch of side quests or something. Although Witcher 3 also had if you go further than this, you can't really go back or do those past quests anymore. It has some NPCs tied to time and such, which is fine, because then it makes you play the game more if you want to experience everything. And you can do everything in The Witcher. It just takes a boatload of time. And that's the only thing I didn't feel like that was as well done in like older Witcher games. Like Witcher 2 does it really well story-wise, but then Witcher 3 throws a lot of side quests that are sometimes just like, here's a side quest, have fun, do that. And I'm like, why did this side quest needed to be here? I mean, I guess it's nice we find like a spirit being stuck in the well or something like that. FedEx quest, yeah, that's a good word for it. Yeah, being like a delivery boy, right? Like some of those, like I can't bash on all of them because some of the FedEx quests actually were really fascinating and they had like cool lore to them. But it was very much of like, oh, another episode of Geralt fighting a weird entity or something. I feel like if you have side quests, it's fine to have a tiny bit of those FedEx quests. But I feel like most of the side quests in a game should tie into main story. Like if it gives more background story about certain people in the story, even though if they are just side NPCs, that's great, right? You can combine FedEx quests with like a side NPC. But The Witcher 3 literally did it for every freaking NPC in the city. It's... God, okay, bro. It's... A good thing I noticed in recent years in RPG is that most side quests are actually focused on adding story, even if it's FedEx. Yeah, that's good, yeah. And there are usually fewer quests too, yeah. I haven't played Cyberpunk myself, but I do know that some people were like... Most of the side quests were added on to like the story, or at least what is like making the world more lively in that regard, right? And they often can tie into like a bigger side quest or such, which I think is good. That's good. Side quests are 98% of Cyberpunk's identity. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think the strong suit of Cyberpunk is that you are in a world and you can live it in the pace and such that you want, right? Main story is good, but it's decent good. I mean, the main story has has a certain direction that it wants to go, right? So yeah. Phantom Liberty main story is so good. I did hear that though. I did hear that. The thing is, like, I won't stream Cyberpunk because Cyberpunk is one of those games. If I would play it, I would play it on super ultra wide because that is just massively immersive and the game runs pretty solidly on super ultra wide. Streaming that on Twitch is a pain in the ass. And for a lot of games that I stream to you, I'm fine being like, I'll play it on 16:9. But if I ever play Cyberpunk, I will not settle down for a 16:9. Yeah, that game is so beautiful, I understand. Yeah, exactly. It is that I'm not like 100% in the Cyberpunk like vibes myself. Otherwise I would have already played it. Now that you mention it, I have yet to see a single streamer streaming in ultra wide. I mean, it's more common in like Final Fantasy or such. You can see a lot of the streamers in Final Fantasy XIV actually streaming ultra wide, but you have bars on top and below because Twitch will always enforce 16:9 perspective. Like, I can show you. Let me load up a picture here. Where is my Hades picture? Here's my Hades picture. So, this is ultra wide. And you see like the top and bottom bar that you have. Those are then black. Because Twitch will always put bars, even if you stream as ultra wide. You can't, like, if you let's say you have an ultra wide and you will full screen the screen, you will still be stuck with 16:9 and bars. Not like when you have ultra wide on YouTube and you full screen it. It will actually fit on an ultra wide screen, just fully full screen. And YouTube also gives you super ultra wide, so I'll show you what happens. Like this is my background that I have on my actual PC, which is super ultra wide. So if I stream in super ultra wide, that is not what is not the image. The top and bottom will be black bars for you guys. That's like more than half of the screen, because it enforces 16:9. Like, it's such a shame. Because my aspect ratio on my screen is 52:9. Yeah. Yeah, so it's like, it's... Is this a resource issue or just the servers being too lazy to cater? It's the servers being too lazy to cater. It's Twitch enforcing you, like, you need to stream in 16:9 always. And this is the only output we are providing. Because as you can see below, you can only pick quality, right? You can't pick aspect ratio or such. And the streaming servers will not check your video if it is a different resolution on Twitch. YouTube is totally fine with it though. Most of the cinematics that are now made, like say League of Legends, Valorant's new cinematic for the season, that kind of stuff, right? They're all uploaded in ultra wide as well. So people that full screen on a normal 16:9 still has bars, But if I would full screen it, I don't have bars top and down because it fills to my screen. Cinematics like, what is it? Zenless Zone? Yeah, Zenless Zone Zero, Honkai Star Rail and such are all ultra wide as well. I watch a lot of Chinese drama shows, and they're all ultra wide. And then when you would put them like on a TV or something, you still have bars because it enforces your ratio. But if you have an ultra wide monitor, you won't have the bars and it fully fills your screen. It's one of the things I find really annoying of Twitch. It's the same with like, if you want to stream in 1440p, it takes away your 1080p. And I don't know why it replaces it. Like, just give an extra option, like a fifth option, but for some reason we can only have 4 options total. And it picks for us. We can't put in like, oh, then I don't want 360p anymore, but then I want 480p, 720, 1080 and 1440. This is why I don't stream in 1440, because I know a lot of people watch on mobile. And then there's no use to have 1440 in anyway. And for and to get like really technical, for most action type of video games like FPS or something, it's better to go to lower, so 936p, because the bit rate is only 8,000. Or no, 6,000 even, I think. Hold on. Let me check. Yeah, 6,000. So the max bit rate, which is absolutely abysmal, is 6,000 on Twitch. For comparison, I stream 1440p and 12,000 bitrate to YouTube. But that's only because I multi-stream and I can't crank it up any higher due to my PC. But YouTube is like, yeah, no, you can get all the bitrate you want from me. And the higher you go in quality of like resolution, because what resolution does, it just adds more pixels to your screen, right? To make it like very easy to understand here. Like if you go from 1080 to 1440p, it just means like you have 1080 pixels on the 69 aspect, to put it like that. And then if you have 1440, you have 1440,000 pixels on the 69 aspect. But all those pixels are bound and stuck to a 6,000 bit rate. That's why you rather want to go lower for SPS. If you go to 936 pixels, 936p over 6,000 bitrate. So those pixels can refresh themselves faster and faster. And that makes a more smoother like image. Even if it's still 60p, right? It's still, it refreshes faster and it updates your canvas faster, to put it like that. And if you are watching on like a laptop or a mobile screen, like, don't get me wrong, mobile screens are becoming really, really good, but it's still just a mobile sized screen, right? And a lot of people watch on mobile. When I wake up and I start making coffee or such, I put a stream on my phone as well. And heck, I put it in my pajama pocket. So I'm not even looking at the stream. So quality be damned then, right? I think most of all, having good sound is like number one. Your quality of sounds and such. And then image. Image quality is like second. Like there's a streamer that has been streaming for 12 years on the platform already. Oh no, not 12. Like he's coming up to 14 years now. Peeverson. He played Silksong and Expedition 33 in 936p, and his stream was like boatloads better than other people streaming 1080 or 1440p. Just because with games that are so visually fast and actiony on the screen, it just, you want that smoothness. And it looks way crisper as well. Like, I do care a lot about quality of my stream, right? But I also understand that a lot of people use me as a second monitor type of thing, which, hey, I do as well when I watch streams. I open the stream, I put it to the side, and then do whatever I need to do, right? And if something interesting happens or such like that, then I tab into the stream. There's only a very few streams where I actively hang out in the chat 24/7 typing or whatever, and it's mostly smaller streamers as well. That's also why I love co-working streams, right? Because they essentially take that concept, which already is what people are doing, but then literally cater to that with a thing put onto it. With like the Pomodoro and everything. So yeah. Like there's a lot of things that go into streaming on the back end of things that people don't realize. And it makes you realize how bad Twitch of a platform is. In compared to YouTube. But YouTube invested into the shorts, right? Which granted, in the end, it's paying out. As much as I hate it, and I don't like shorts. I'm a long-form content creator, and I will always be a long-form content creator. That's why I try to funnel people from my YouTube to my Twitch and not the other way around, which you would normally do if you want to make money out of things. But yeah, it's... the quality options on YouTube are just so much better for streaming. And they would probably be even 10 times more better if instead when they invested into shorts, they invested into long form. For now. How do you mean for now? They're starting to lock quality options behind premium. I saw stuff like that, yeah. I mean, what is it? YouTube Premium is how much? Like, I think it's 15 for me or something. I don't have it, but... X2 is already locked behind Premium. Oh, really? Well, yeah. You know how I am when I meet Hermes in Hades 2. I'm like, okay, slow down, brother. But my previous partner watched everything on X2, and I just can't, man. I just can't. I just can't. But I'm a person that sits on the couch for 6 hours with a book that is like 300, 400, 500 pages, right? I'm certainly not built for the new internet. That's also why I don't enjoy shorts. And I find it really, really freaking annoying I can't turn them off on YouTube. And especially now, because when you search something, for a video, you get so much shorts pushed to you. So much. It's insane. I just want to see a full video, not these vertical things. Today as well, when I wanted to set up my YouTube for the multi-stream, it was like, we can also make you stream vertical at the same time. I'm like, I know, I don't want to. I do that just when I want to see a specific frame of the video where the creator puts a message during 1 second. So you can get a browser extension to filter shorts. That's what I... Oh shit, give me that. Post it in my DMs right now. Oh yeah, on mobile YouTube that opens directly on the shorts. It's a terrible feature. Yeah, that as well. And searching on mobile just pushes the shorts so much harder as well. I've given up on trying to find a video when I'm talking to a friend and I'm still on my mobile phone, and I'm like, oh, I remember this video, and then I try to find it, right? But I given up doing that on mobile because I just like, what was it? I was talking with a friend about Baldur's Gate and I wanted to find like a Bard build that I played. It took so long for me to find that video because I was just flooded with like 30 or 40 shorts in my search result. And on mobile, you can't even filter for only videos. At least on browser, you can put it on only videos and not shorts. I beg you give us the name. Yeah. I know, right? It's insane. Like, I don't blame YouTube, right? Because clearly the shorts are like taking over everything and people love shorts. I try not to fall into the short loop, but if you start one, 3 hours is gone mostly. But they're getting more traction than TikTok even these days. So clearly their business decision worked out. But the detriment on people, yeah, that's the second thing, right? You should blame them. I mean, they're business in the end of the day, and the business is gonna do business things, right? I can blame them for wanting to make money, but I also understand it, right? Hide YouTube Shorts. I'm on Firefox. I'm sure there's an option for other browsers. It's literally just that simple. Yeah. Like, I'm not a fan of shorts either. And I think short form content harms us more than it benefits us, but hey. No, thanks Switch. Dropping the ads on my viewers. I have like 4 different extensions just to fix YouTube. I think the only extension I have outside of like for ads, right? Naturally. I have the one that marks the sponsor parts in the videos as well. And with most of the content creators that I do support and such, I just let it auto run through it. But I can also set it that it automatically skips those sponsor segments and such like that. Oh, and the like the recap things. You had a long time on YouTube where for people to hook you into the video, it had like the 10 or 15 seconds like complication hype moment in the start, right? Of what the video is gonna be about. It also auto skips those. Harms the attention span and the critical thinking of people. The thing is, like, there's a lot of different things on top of that that are ruining attention span. And it's not only shorts. And if you use... Like, you can browse shorts once in a while, I browse shorts once in a while, maybe once in a blue fucking moon every 2 months or something, when I accidentally click one and then I go down the cooking shorts rabbit hole or something. But like everything with excess is mostly bad for you, right? So yeah. Sure, we can blame society for pushing things on us or making things easier for us, and then it is harmful and stuff like that. Kind of like cigarettes back in the day, and then cigarettes nowadays are really hard to get, or not in my country, not openly available at supermarkets anymore or stuff like that. Same with the vaping things, right? Do we need to get online short surveillance or stuff like that, right? I don't know. It's a hard topic. It's a hard topic. But it clearly does harm short attention span, but at the same time, I think AI, ChatGPT and such is a bigger short attention span and such, critical thinking, going out of your way to research, have quote-unquote the friction, developing that part of your brain where you do need to get multiple sources and put them next to each other and do the critical thinking, right? I think you have bigger parts to fry right here. I can't come up with every reason I hate the shorts format, but I feel this also led to most, if not all, new generation cartoons being so horribly paced when compared to what we had in the 90s and the early 2000s. I can see where you're coming from, but I also don't fully agree. Because I would say, and I come from a generation of like watching anime in the 2000s, right? Early 2000s, where you had series that were 50 episodes or 60 or such. But that's mostly because, one, it was hand animated, and then it would only hand animate certain tiny parts of the chapter, and then would flesh it out way more, and it would be way more on every detail of the series, right? And nowadays it surely is different because it's digitalized. The process is way more digitalized. That's why when you go back into 2002, 2001, that type of style of hyper detailed anime, as I would like to call it, you can't find that nowadays anymore because horrible working conditions for one, and the digitalized part on top of that makes it so that all those details on characters and the very unique type of art and stuff like that, even for mangakas when they are drawing their mangas, right? It's just too cost heavy and too work heavy to produce that kind of thing. Like nowadays it's almost always just full of bright colors and trying to go as fast as possible. It's not... It's a cause and effect of the overconsumption that we have in our society. We always want more, and immediately, and we have it at our fingertips at all times. Like the internet has kind of caused a catalyst like the industrial revolutions, but then in a digital way. Like imagine having a few anime studios that put all their life and hardship into a series suddenly need to compete, that had like licensing with TVs, had like a good reputation, suddenly needs to compete with all the freelancers of the whole world. and even like all the other anime studios that are in Japan, right? Suddenly you get into like a maelstrom in like an accelerated flow of so much demand and of like so much supply, I need to say. It makes sense, but it feels generally unwatchable. I agree. I actually am watching a lot of like my old favorites. Eureka 7, Shamrai, Clampu, and what was last time? Oh, Sora no Woto. The yearly Madoka Magica rewatch was this past weekend. Like, I appreciate all these anime for like the uniqueness and the style and everything that they have, but also just the slow pacedness. Like it's nice. It's nice to go back to that, but like I grew up in that, so it's also a nostalgia factor, right? I think if you would talk with people that are 15, 16, or like 14, 15, 16, nowadays they probably would prefer like shorts or the, what is it, My Hero Academia type of anime, right? Like they don't know any different. It's kind of what you're used to. Like as much as I can go, oh, back in my day. It is just a different day, a very, very different day. And I even see it in the book sphere, right? Because I watch a lot of, when I'm working on my stuff, outside of tuning into co-working streams or such, I watch a lot of book podcasts or just book reviews or like funny book reviews of like books I'm not gonna spend 5 or 6 hours of my life on. So then I just watch like a long form review of like 2 hours or something while I work on my hobby. And a lot of people nowadays in the book sphere that listen to audiobooks on 1.5 or 2x speed. And I'm like, how? How can you? Like, for one, the whole dynamic of like the way the sentences, holy hell, sentences are being brought to you, and the prose and the verse and everything just suddenly speeds up so badly. What? Yeah, they do that because they want to be the first ones to either have read the book or like then talk with their friends about it, or bring out a review, or not get spoiled, I guess. Stay off the internet, but I guess that's too hard. Or they just want to read that many books in a year, which is like we kind of lost the plot here when you are doing this, I feel. Like, sure, we have fast readers and slow readers, right? And I'm oftentimes a fast reader, but when there's like a very tense situation or such, I slow down my reading significantly because I get like fully absorbed and I want to like register every detail, right? And sure, there's also a case to be made that, hey, if you don't have work for like 6 or 8 hours a day and you spend all those hours on reading a book, yeah, you're gonna read like a lot of books in a year. But why are we so fixated on that result? I don't understand it. Like, enjoy the story. Enjoy what the book gives you. Like, enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey. I feel like a lot of people have lost the plot in what is important in life. And they just want results, results, results. I think another streamer I watched the other day had the same like kind of discussion going with his chat, I think. Where he said a lot of people don't sit down anymore to just play a game. Oh yeah, it was a Destiny 2 stream, now I know. Oh, now I know. Because people instantly want to have the rewards, right? They don't want to grind anymore. Or they don't want to just play through the game. They just immediately want to see and get what they want. That's why like gacha games and such are banking so much money. The problem with books review is that you actually need to read the book several times to understand it correctly, so I tend not to trust the books review that release like 90 books review a year. Yeah, kind of depends on the source material, right? Because in one hand I agree with you, right? But the most book reviews I watch are from Romantasy, and that shit is just like no disrespect to the Romantasy genre. I'm happy it exists. Let's just put it like that. But the Wattpad quality and the editors, or like the non-existence of editors, I should say. It's an issue. It's an issue. And at one hand, I don't want to become like the book mafia and be like, no, your book is not good enough, or like your story is not good enough to be released, because I feel like every solid story like should be released, right? Like, I love stories, give me more stories, doesn't matter which genre. Like, everyone likes a different thing, so please bring more stuff. And writers already have such a hard time to getting published. But we do need to have a certain quality, right? We really should, like, you know, at least have some bar where we're like, alright, look critically at your pacing of the story, or can you cut down here, or you're falling in 5 times repeating, is there a reason why? It's or continuation issues. That's always a lovely one. Yeah. Like, and I can't be too harsh, right? Because the Romantasy genre is great for like just getting people reading. I'm very much a person of like, please read, even if it's just manga, even if it's just comics, even like, heck, even if it's just the back of your hand soap thing that you have in the toilet. Holy shit, just like read, right? Reading is so good for us. And if it is fan fiction or whatever, because there are really good fan fiction writers, don't get me wrong, and such, like, I'm not here sitting on my high fantasy high horse and going like, nah, everything needs to be at least in 650 pages and coherent pacing and a well thought out world and religion, and the backstory of every character needs to have at least 2 arcs in the book, alright? No, I'm not that type of person. Like, I love once in a while a story in between that is just like a simple story as well. I read things like, one of my favorite books is a young teen book or a young adult book about a Chinese myth put into a different spin of a story, right? And I think those books are amazing as well. But we do need to have a set quality. especially the issue I see in romantasy is that people, how do we call it, thesaurus certain words to make their prose more purple, or as you say, like more interesting. And then they try to put a different word in it to sound more fancy, to say it like that, and then it just isn't the right type of meaning to what they meant, right? And an editor should clock that. An editor should read over that and be like, I don't think the application of the word that you put here is the accurate application. Like, there should some bells go off somewhere along the production line. I don't know. And that's why we have editors, right? Dear Lord, editors are amazing. So yeah. Even the big greats have editors. So yeah. I don't see why this is such a issue. Outside of, I understand that editors are how do you say it? Are expensive. But as well, with one of my favorite writers that I'm communicating personally with now, he sent me an ARC, like an advanced reading copy of the series that I really love, of a book that's coming out in like end of April, maybe a little later, maybe a little early, depends on like the book cover art and everything like that. And I can give my feedback on that. Like, sure, you shouldn't like send your ARC to like 3,000 people and you probably get like a whole different type of feedback or whatever, but you know, it's good to give it to dedicated people that are very much invested in your series. One of my all-time favorite high fantasy / sci-fi, I think it's / sci-fi, but it has sci-fi. Like, sci-fi is a bit of a tricky genre, I think. But it's the Well of Echoes from Ian Irvine. And I found a continuation issue in one of the books. I think it was in book 3 of the series. Yeah, in book 3 of the quartet. And I was like, wait a minute. There's like a moment where the party splits up and one goes into a town and one goes into like progressing further. And suddenly with group 2, there was like a character. It was just a wrongfully named character. It was like a character of group 1 was suddenly in group 2. And I was like, it like fully threw me out of the book. So I emailed Ian, because he's actually very open to email. And this is like 15, like more than 15 years ago, all right? It was way more normal to email a writer and such. And I was like, hey, I think I found a continuation error in your book. I'm not 100% sure if this was meant to be, but I think there's like a wrongfully named NPC, and I think you meant this NPC, but like it threw me out of the book. And we actually had like mailing back and forth multiple times, just of like other books and interests and a bunch of things, because he's like an amazing. He has like a background in like actual. How do you say it? It's not geology. It's hold on, I don't want to get this wrong. I hate getting this wrong. He's a marine scientist. So he's very much... He built his world first to like an absolute ridiculous degree, he admits. And then he put in his characters, right? So his world building is like phenomenal. And I very much love when a world is very well established and it's very character driven of like what is going on with the... So he's a very good writer of that. But yeah, so he said, I think you're right. Let me have my editors look at it. And he came back to me, I think like a few weeks later and said, we're bringing out a different press to fix this issue. So, and thank you for mailing me and finding this little error because it has like totally slipped by us. And I think for those things, it's kind of just important to have more eyes on your like story, and proofreading and stuff like that is so important, right? Like sure, there can always be things that slip by, like that little thing just now, right? You can't always catch everything. We're also just humans, but yeah. I do think that certainly the romantasy genre really needs to get their shit together on editing things. And there's also, of course, like a whole issue of like series being made way longer than they should have. And then the writer not being capable of writing interesting filler. So then every book feels the same. Because it is just filler content to stretch out the actual story. Which is just a publishing deal issue. Which is also really aggravating. And I feel like the Romantasy series certainly has like a bigger issue of that, right? Like, Fort Wing has this issue. Or like, what the hell is even the series name? The Empyrean, that's for, I think, the series name. And then the overly... Oh god. The Court of Thorn and Roses, or like Sarah J. Maas type of books, right? They also have like very much that issue. And all those books, all those types of books, they can... Like, I really wish... I get it, right? As a writer, get that bag. I 100% understand it. Like, make your money. It's already hard enough as a writer. But I think it would be better if you take the essence of what the story is and you say to the publishing place, yeah, it's fine if you want to make 5 books out of my 3 books, but I rather want it to be 3 books, and then afterwards we'll make another series. I think that would, for the quality of reading and the story itself and such, I think it would be way better. But that's me, because I'm like slightly critical on quality. But then if you look at things like the Empyrean series or like Fort Wing and stuff like that, and it has like how many freaking reviews, and the marketing is just out of the wazoo for that kind of stuff, then yeah, I guess people don't care if it is like bad filler or not well edited. It's a kind of weird thing, because you want people to read more, right? And romantasy certainly, or like young adult books in general, are great to get into reading. But yeah. Like, a good example of this is actually the Hunger Games. Which one you said? Oh, you mean the Romantasy series? The Fort Wing, or the Empyrean. It's by... What's her face again? Rebecca Yarros? Yeah, that's... Oh, yeah, it's yeah. I'm probably gonna get lynched if her mob ever finds my channel, but I like dropped it halfway in the second book, where it was like, okay, I get the stick. They just like The thing is, like, the setup of her books are... The first book was pretty solid because we actually had like the world being set up and the introduction of all the characters, and then shit happens, and then it ends on a cliffhanger, right? Because it's a multi-book series. The thing is, like, all the consecutive books, and this is only becoming worse with the new releases of the book, which is for some reason they are as thick as a freaking doorstep. They have like the cliffhanger gets resolved in the first 10% of the book. Then we have some nonsensical relationship issue happening here with like a quote-unquote big bad that isn't gonna be interesting or not relevant at all going forward in the next books for the next like 60%, maybe even more. I would say even more. And then the last part of the book is like, oh my god, chaos and suddenly like things happening again to have another cliffhanger. And I'm like where's the build up? Like, you can't just like have a cliffhanger just to sell your book so people will like literally buy your book, read the first 30 pages for your cliffhanger to be resolved, and then have another like 300, 400 pages of filler bullshit. And I think the third book is even worse, because the third book has like cliffhanger resolving, bullshit happening in the mid. The main characters are still doing the same fucking dumb ass back and forth of like, you're not telling me everything, why aren't you trusting me? And while the main character is not telling anything either, so like pot calling kettle black and all that shit, but for her it's apparently fine to do that shit. And then at the end you have like a big cliffhanger happening, and we're literally back at the start of the book. Like the whole book 3 could just be an email. It could have just been email. Like, ending your books on a cliffhanger is so dangerous, because what if you suddenly don't remember how to follow it up? I mean, writers have like so much information about their story and all the intricacies and things in the back, right? It's a decent writer would not lose the plot of their own story. I say that, and then I look over to George R.R. Martin, who written himself into a corner with too many plots. And dear lords, when will we ever have a new book there? I don't know. So yeah. But I understand why you do cliffhangers, and cliffhangers can be good. Like, a good example of a young adult book being done right is Hunger Games. Over like 3 books. And now subsequently we're getting like all the different Hunger Game books, which are also pretty solid. Even if you don't fully agree to the subject of the story, to put it like that. With the last, no, the second to last one. Yeah. So they can be good, right? And I understand that you want people to come back for your story, but I 100% respect writers that make their books be arcs in their story that have a certain, even if it doesn't need to resolve all your red threads in the book, right? But they resolve the arc of what that main storyline is in that book. Yeah, I respect those writers a lot. And then it's more up to the quality of the writing, that if you vibe with that, and then the story itself, if you come back to the book, right? Like, you don't have a big pull to immediately be like, I want to know what happens next. Like, I think a very good example of a cliffhanger done well, and excruciating well, I must say. But I'm an absolute masochist for these books, because I know they will end on a cliffhanger that I'm gonna be like, no! And I want the next book immediately. But I still read them because I love them so much. Is the Pierce Brown books from Red Rising. Oh, 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 oh. And he writes cliffhangers where you're like, oh no. But the rest of his book is also so good. So good. So there's certainly like a place for both, I would say. Like, the writer that I just named, like Ian Irvine, of like my favorite high fantasy sci-fi series, he also writes somewhat open ending. It's not a cliffhanger, but it's open ending, right? And you, because like I always say, my favorite genre is despair, but these books are really despair. Like, the MC goes from bullshit, or like not bullshit, the MC goes into hardship, into more hardship, into a world that is just really, really harsh, right? But it's very character driven, as that is like my favorite thing. So you pick up the next book because you just want to know what happens to the character in general. Even if certain sections of what just happened or such are resolved. It opens like so much different questions for the rest of the world, right? It puts your perspective of the world suddenly in like 180. And I think that is like way stronger, but way harder to write. You really need to have a massive grasp on your story and the characters and such like that. And then your world building needs to be so solid to not poke holes into that. So it kind of makes you look at the book that you just read and go back at it, right? That's also why Madoka Magica is like one of my favorite series in anime as well, because the further you watch the series or the movies, after you finish like a movie, like you watch movie 1 utterly confused mostly, and then you watch movie 2 and things start to come together and you're like, wait a minute, and you kind of almost need to go back to movie 1 to fully understand everything that was actually happening in the background. But Madoka Magica is time fuckery, right? It plays with the manipulation of time, to put it like that. And that's a really hard, and I think one of the hardest things to write properly. It's also one of the easiest things to absolutely poke holes in it, so yeah. But yeah, people listen to audiobooks on 2 times the speed because they just want to have the conclusion to something. While it's not necessarily about the conclusion, like the conclusion is nice, but those people at this point just skip to the end. Yeah, it kinda is like that. It kinda is like that. But especially in writing, it's so much about the journey. And I see the same in like, okay. I see the same in gaming, right? It's the same in gaming. There we go. And and I'm a fan of playing long RPG type of games, but I can also understand that it is really a lot of work to make those. And it's certainly not nowadays not a profitable type of thing anymore, because people often get swept up in other things and then don't have enough time, or don't have the luxury, I should say it like that, the luxury to put gaming as a priority, right? So someone that loves JRPGs, which are like 50, 60 hours, nowadays they're not 50, 60 hours anymore, but back in the day they were easily 50, 60 hours. They just don't sell anymore because they just take too long to finish. And then you can say, but you can play it for like 2-3 hours every week for I don't know how many weeks, right? Yeah, you could, but like, that's also why MMOs are not really doing so hot anymore. Because there's a lot of side quests that just kind of just don't matter. So why would you spend that much hours and stuff on side questing that doesn't matter while you already have so little time, right? Like, and of course you can argue like it doesn't matter how long you take to finish a game. Like you don't need to tell me. I play no fast travel Breath of the Wild, right? But for some people it does matter. And they don't want to spend too long with the same game. Which is like, yeah, I suppose. Like new Final Fantasies are what? With all the side content, and then I'm giving it a fair stretch, right? 20, 30 hours. Not even. So yeah. We're circling back to the need of quests with actual story instead. Hey, go kill this thing here because I don't like it. Yeah, yeah. I don't mind stories being shorter if it takes out the fluff. But it's hard to see what is fluff and what isn't, like, fully fluff, right? That's it's alright to have a certain degree of fluff, I should say that, yeah. But it shouldn't be 50% to patch your freaking game. Looking at you, Final Fantasy, what is it, 16? Yeah, there. I have things to say about the Final Fantasy 16 story, yeah. But probably for another YAP session. I feel you, I feel you. It wasn't my favorite entry either. I think it was cool what they did with it and what they tried. I'll leave it to that. It's that meme when someone says like, "Oh, great dresses, great gowns," right? When they're talking about someone. But as I said, like, I'm ancient. I'm ancient, and ancient people do like their nostalgia. And probably if I had like a family, 2 kids, and a job on the side, I wouldn't be playing JRPGs or such either, I feel. It is one of my favorite, but the development of each character is so weird. Clive is a well-written character, but they spent the whole game developing him and not the others, which is kind of sad. Yeah, good point, good point. Good point. That's kind of where you go like, things needed to be cut back, but then they cut back too much, right? Where when you see now with Final Fantasy VII Remake, don't get me started on that, but they add a lot of fleshing out of the side characters, right? Which I think is really good, actually. Don't get me started on how they're changing the plot. I don't like that, but hey. Dion, for example, gets his story arc, which ends up developing Clive, and then his own side quest ends up circling back to Clive. Yeah, it all feeds back into Clive. And then some just get fully put to the side, right? A thing I thought that would be really big in Final Fantasy XVI was Odin. And then they just did what they did with Odin, and I'm like, what? How can you do that? It could have been so much more, and so much better. But I feel in general Final Fantasy XVI probably could have benefited from fleshing out here and there more than having the weird side quests to upgrade your gear that totally didn't really matter. For Final Fantasy Remake, I have yet to play those, but from what I recently heard, the devs are actually making the story the way it was intended back then. If they really think that, that is such a shame. I mean, but they've also been on statement that they purposely changed the story so veterans would also have something to guess at. And veterans would have a reason to play the game, even though we would have loved to just play the original game in nowadays graphics, bro. It's because I still think Final Fantasy VII is one of the greater games that they wrote. Story-wise, it was it had a cultural impact on the gaming landscape. I won't spoil for you because you haven't played them, but back in the day when it came out, most of the games had a certain archetype, to put it like that. Archetype, how the story would go and the main character would go and stuff like that, and Final Fantasy VII just threw that all to the curb. And it made us experience actual visceral emotions where most game developers didn't go. Like they added real stakes to the game, and then the dialogue that is written in Final Fantasy VII, the old game, is so well done that the choices that are made in the story carry on throughout the story. Right? And I'm not here to glaze like Square Enix or such like that, but for when it came out, it was definitely like a game that slapped you in the face. And then a lot of people were like, holy shit. And not only for shock factor or stuff like that. Yeah. Final Fantasy VII is on my list of Final Fantasy to play, even though I know a bunch of the plot, but I do hear you and also several other veterans who say the same. Yeah. I think you can't necessarily do a straight up remake, even though I don't agree with what they did in the remake because it kind of takes away that visceral thing about it, but I won't like judge until like the whole freaking thing is out and then be like, oh okay, they treated that, the story moments and such, and it did, because like with the extra releases that are still coming up, they can still give it that moment and stuff like that. Like, they're going for something, all right. I don't know what it is, but hey, I'm here to be pleasantly surprised, as I always say. I always want to be pleasantly surprised. But yeah, Final Fantasy VII back in the day, it has that cult following, or that love that a lot of people have for the game, due to the time and place that game was released. 100%, right? If you would straight up remake Final Fantasy VII and release it now, I don't think it would. No. It would not have nearly had the cultural impact that it had back in the day. Yeah. So I can understand why they change it. I mean, I hope it's for the better. I hope it's also just like the devs being like, we want this story to be like the most fleshed out and the love that all the gamers give it, and we want to give that love back to the gamers, but who knows. I think writing a JRPG in nowadays gaming culture is a hard thing to begin with. Like, it is that Final Fantasy is such a household name, and Square Enix next to that, right? But let's say if you have like a totally different JRPG that comes out that has no established name, no established series, it's a hard sell, right? Then it either is only gonna appeal to the people that are already liking the genre, like RPG or a JRPG, or it needs to have a good enough entry for people to sink their time in. And Expedition 33 actually did, I think it found that perfect middle ground, right? Because they introduced turn-based combat, which is already like a rough thing to sell to people these days. But they did it where they iterated on the wheel enough to give us interesting enough characters for the veterans of the turn-based combat to be interested enough, but also for newcomers to the turn-based combat to not be as hard to understand. Even though when you get into Expedition 33 for the first time and you read through the characters, you're like, holy shit, what the hell is this? But it's easy enough to grasp because it's generally just like we have this parry system and you parry or you dodge, right? They always have like the very simple premise of that in the back, and that really anchors the whole combat. Even though it's incredibly bonkers with all the pictos and everything that they have on it, like that combat system is crazy. And then they gave us a perfect middle ground story-wise as well. They like dead ass knocked it out of the park, heck, knocked it out of the fucking globe with the story. The story is very well written. The dialogue is really, really solidly written. The voice acting is amazing. But you have the choice of doing a bunch of side questing with like extra stuff to flesh out all the other things, or sometimes it's just like side questing that we are used to in JRPGs of like just go murder a bunch of things over here and you get it like a different weapon or a different trinket or something, and that's it, right? So they did that. So all the veterans of the genre were well fed in content, but then the new people that just wanted to focus on the story, they could do that, right? And they could beeline the story as well if they wanted to. And then afterwards, the whole game opens up for even more like crazy things that you can do, building and stuff. But you're never forced into that. You're never forced into first doing these 50 side areas before you can continue with like the next part of the story, which I think is like the perfect balance of nowadays gaming combined with old ways of gaming in the RPG genre in that sense, with turn-based, which is, yeah, I think that's why it's also so popular. It's kind of like lightning in a bottle. Let's see. It's a more niche series, but the remake of the Trials in the Sky first part got pretty well received despite no story change. Yeah, I saw that. A lot of people, funnily enough, in my Mahjong community are playing that game. And they're really enjoying it. They're really enjoying it. The revival of turn-based feels good to see, to be honest. Yeah, I think it's nice. I'm glad it's not going away. As much as I am like, how to say that? A real-time action type of combat player myself, I see the slowing down and doing turn-based combat. I am warming up to it quite a bit, even though when I was younger I played it a ton, right? Trials is such a good series, but so hard to get into if you start somewhere in the middle. Yeah. That's also the issue with these types of games, right? Especially if they are ongoing, or in the same universe that is already ongoing for so many years. It's really hard to get into, and then... Like, nothing worse, and I say this as a Destiny 2... of a person that doesn't play Destiny 2 anymore, but nothing worse than having a game, starting it up, and you kind of need to go to YouTube to watch like 5 8-hour or 3-hour videos to understand the whole universe and the intricacies and everything first before you can actually play the damn game. Yeah. And then you can say, oh yeah, but then start with the first one. Yes, you can. But it will also have all the jank of like what we back in the day, right? What is it? Atlas. Atlas is doing that now with. I hope they will keep remaking those games. It's not the Persona games, but the other one. It's also part of like the Mega 10. Oh, the Raido games, right? Of Atlas. They're giving them like such a good remake. Shin Megami Tensei. Yeah, well, Shin Megami Tensei you can play on the. You can play on their own pretty much. This one got badly received, really? All people I know that played it really liked it. Is it really badly received? I mean, they cut down like the combat stuff a bit, right? But the story and everything they did. It sold pretty bad. A lot of people disliked it. What? I mean, like the Devil Summoner, right? Atlas is terrible with the promotion. Yeah. I know the promotion was bad. And I'm so sad it kind of went under the radar, because I do think... I do really think these are, like, amazingly remade. But maybe I'm an odd one out then, I don't know. Because I do think, like, if you go back to the old Raidos, right? Yeah, they just don't. it's like when you go really far back to old Final Fantasies, like at a certain point you're like, yeah, you know, maybe. Like, I love retro games like the next person, but yeah. For the remake, they do barely any communication, and for the new game, they had the trash habits of releasing a definite edition 2-3 years later, which is the metaphor to missed. Oh yeah. I mean, those practices are atrocious, right? I think anyone can agree with that. The fucking definite editions or the extra bullshit that they put onto that, and then on top of that, the outsourcing for PC ports and such. Yeah, like that. Those are always badly done. Like I don't count that towards the game itself. Like same like marketing or whatever. Because nowadays, if you want to market your game, just like make it go viral on TikTok or something like that, right? I think the best way to make your game pop off is to market it to like streamers or content creators that have a wide reach. That's always a good one. And classic marketing is actually not really working that greatly anymore. Because you kind of don't want to... You don't want to catch the audience that is like let's say if you do posters or TV commercials, right? I think those are like in the lesser end of marketing nowadays. Because those people are not really your gamer audience anymore. Sure, they will have like an audience within that, right? But they probably follow like a channel on YouTube that already does that type of content if they are interested in it, or a streamer if they watch streamers. And then it can just... And then everyone is on TikTok and consuming everything on TikTok, apparently. So yeah, it's... yeah. JRPGs are still seen badly by the majority of people, which doesn't help. Yeah, it's weird, right? They are seen as, ew, it's just anime game? Oh. Really? Oh boy. And then here comes Expedition 33. Yeah, I suppose Expedition 33 with the total different art style helps a lot as well, right? Yeah. I can understand that quote-unquote anime games kinda still have that that like, oh, it's just a kid's game vibe over it. I suppose, yeah. Like, it doesn't help that most J connotation... Yeah. Like, it doesn't help that the JRPGs and such are often the protagonist or such is like, if they go to school, they're in high school, or they are like 15, 16 in the story, right? So yeah, because that's what the Japanese market appeals to, like the young adults that play video games that want to insert themselves into those like fantasy stories, which is totally understandable, right? But for the West, that stuff doesn't really fly. Jaliso, welcome in. So yeah, there's definitely like a big difference of what appeals to cultural ways of appealing, right? How's it going? We have been yapping for 2 hours, so I mean, that says enough, I guess, right? Sorry, I got nuked into an ad break for the first time in a while. No! Welcome back. Yep, yeah. Yeah, no, Yoshuvi, I said like it's understandable because also if you look at like anime games being quote unquote for kids or like for like more of the younger generation, it is in Japan that they are marketed towards the younger generation because the protagonist is like, if there is a school part to it, he's in high school, or they are like 15, 16 or something, or even younger when they go on to like their fantasy adventure, right? It is marketed to that. Do you do other stuff on this stream? I mean, Jalisso, if you don't like yapping, then this content or like my stream is probably not for you. Yap only. I mean, like, I mean, have you seen the just chatting category? It's 376k viewers, right? There must be something in here, I feel. Why so many people like hanging out with other people. Boobs! Yeah, I mean, I suppose you have a somewhat of a point there. I'm here for the boons. We're not playing Hades today, sadly. No boons here. I like big boons and I cannot lie. Other brother in disguise. When she walks in with a tiny mini beast and look with me in her face, I go, damn! Yeah. My goodness. I don't want to search up when that song came out, because holy hell. I'll probably be feeling my age. Old, yeah. We old. Yeah. May 90. Why you do this to me? It's like the cha-cha slide. Shut the fuck up, yeah. It was last week. Jalisso is that Benjamin Button gif right now. Where you go like from young to very, very old in like 2 seconds. Yeah. '92 was 8 years ago, right? Yeah, Jalissa. Yeah. 100%. Are you still playing Snake on your Nokia 3310? And the other like side-scrolling pew pew pew. What the fuck was that called again? 7 years ago was COVID. Oh. Oh. My brain just like short circuited. Oh no. Mine did too when I saw this yesterday. 7 years ago. Oh my god. No, you can't do that to 7. Oh my god. My niece is turning 21. Almost literally fell off my chair like I'm in some comic strip. Well, I think my mom, with Christmas, was talking about like a grandchild or like a younger cousin of mine as well. And she was like, yeah, they're like 16 and and I was like, hold up. I remember when this kid was the height of my knee. How do you mean? How do you mean they're like going to college? Yeah, so it's good shit, it's good, yeah. Yeah, life goes on. Life goes on. One of my closest friends went back to school, and he needs to travel like 3.5 hours back and like one trip to go to his school, right? So I'm always trying to keep him motivated, and every Friday I'm like, you got another week done, let's go. And because he's like, even if it's only 2 years, like the commute will actually wreck me, Polly. And I'm like, you can do it. This year you only have 34 actual weeks, and that's not even counted the special holiday days you have, alright? You can do this. It's only 34. I'm like his personal motivating coach to make him get through the university. Because technically a year isn't really not long. Yes. Like a human life is short. I have cousins that I grew up seeing like once a year. And when we were adults, we didn't see each other much. And the youngest is in his 30s with 2 kids, and he's 12 in my head. Yeah, at a certain point, you just like stop. People stop aging around you. Are you 70 by any chance? What is it like? Oh, I wanted to say something, but now it slipped my mind. Maybe I am 70. Feels like a new young whippersnapper. I love that term, it's so dumb. Oh yeah, because like, what was it was when I got sentimental with New Year's, I was like, oh guys, we've been streaming for 8 months already, right? It's insane actually that it has been 8 months. When you start saying back in my day, that's when you cooked. Yeah, I've been saying that for 10 years already. Okay. Thanks, Juliet. I love that you add the tone perfection. Yeah! It's been 84 years. I mean, we're old here. We all know. I provide old content. I actually provide that so much old content that I legit sometimes don't keep up with what you guys say and shit. I bet Neo Shuri doesn't even get that reference. Maybe. I mean, I don't think folks nowadays watch Titanic anymore, right? But I don't even have general culture of my generation. How would I have one from 4 generations ago? That is so true. Yeah, that is good. That is good. Yeah. I feel like, what's up, fellow kid? Oh my god! Now I imagined you in that outfit with the hat backwards and then the scale. Yeah. It's so true though. When I watch a streamer that I follow that I helped a lot, that is like in way newer type of content or stuff like that, right? And his chat is like way well, it's not way younger, but you at least notice it is younger, right? It's like starting 20s or something. Or younger, I guess, but yeah, starting 20s. And they sometimes throw out the slang and everything, and people wonder why I didn't want it to become moderator there. Like, I look at the chat and my brain is going like, the fucking moth gif trying to decipher what the fuck they even talking about. You notice the speech differences? Is this an insult? Yeah, exactly. Like, bro, you're such a pig, or something like that. And I'm like, do I need to moderate? I don't know. How can I moderate what I don't even understand? Yeah, I said that when they asked me, like, Luna, why did you turn down the sword? And I was like, because I don't understand you children. Like, the chat looks like high school bullying, but it's all banter, and I can't read if it's banter, and that's even outside me being autistic, bro. I've seen enough 30-year men. They'll be as old as me, so I can understand them. Just shadow realm them for 15 years. I'll see you on the other side where we can have a decent conversation. Yeah. I think it is when you are in other like gaming communities as well, and the slang kind of like slides over. Like sometimes when I have the Destiny 2 chatters in my chat, right? I love them. But they go like, oh, it's so Mickey, it's so free. And I'm like, I know what you guys mean, but I think 60% of my chat has no clue what you guys mean with that. And I think every certain game has this. Yeah. And then the amount of that the amount of like all the different type of things that slide into it, right? Like, I didn't get the whole 3000 Aura Ohio risk farming, whatever, the blah blah. I don't know. Anyway, I'll be over here with my tea slip. Yeah, exactly. Sitting on my coffee chair with my blankie over me, with my coffee being like, all right. Like, I read all that, and then I'm like, whatever that meant, I'm happy or sad for you that it happened. You know? Posture check, that's a good one. I've been sliding. Ooh. I've been sliding. I've been shrimping. Oh, you silly rascals. Ruffles hair 60. Yeah. I think I said this to Exy the other day. Oh, aren't you a button and a half? And I really felt my age when I said that. And he shit typed back to me. What does that mean? And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. Pinches your cheek, you know? Yeah. I thought Axie was old too, no? Oh, really? No, he's like super young. Well, not super young, but he's like... That, you know, most of the people in the Hades community are like older and end of 20s or over 30s, right? And I think Axie is below that, right? I think. At least he looks like it. Compared to us, you can say. Well, I know I am older than most of the gaming generation or whatever, right? But hey, you have streams like Just Strive Haze, and most of the freaking people in there are like 35 plus, alright? We have a senior home that we can go to, alright? Why do you think I mostly play cozy games? Aren't you like just 36 though? I'm 24. Wait, hold on, let me count. Yeah, I'm 34. I still need to get 35. That's basically that. Yeah, I'm like... I'm an aunt, but I'm an auntie. What did we say? Oh, I'm a hag. Yeah, there we go. I'm a hag. There we go. Making it sound like you're 60. I could just be 60. For the younger generation, it doesn't make any difference. I'm 35. My birthday is in a couple of weeks. Oh no. I hope you have your funeral planned. 34 only. Sorry. I think I start turning to dust then. Yeah, you just like the wind will come by and a soft spring breeze will just take you off. Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. Be careful, a bad fall and it's your funeral. Don't break your hip, Jalissa. Remember people saying when you go over 25 you start clicking and all that? Clicking? As in like your life is starting to make sense or what? Literally my 25th birthday I sat up and the biggest snaps. Oh, you mean like your bones? No, like Joyce Craig. Yeah. 25? Oh my god. I hear that when Neo Shufi does like the freaking posture check, bro. You gain your own debuff? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you need to start. You need to stay limber. To not lose your mobility. I often sit on the floor to just have like the stand-up motion, because it's like such a strong mobility to keep your legs like limber and being able to stand up. A lot of old people can't like legit sit down on the floor and then get up anymore because they always sit on chairs, and then sometimes they can't even get off chairs. Yeah, like physical health is so important. I mean, you say like over 20. I spent 26 hours a day hunched over my desk. I mean, I most of the time don't have like a good posture either. I had a horrendous posture in like my teens and my young 20s. I would always like lean back in my chair with my legs up on the desk, right? Or I would like fold the legs in front of me. And it was the most comfy shit back then. But now I feel the repercussion of that. Oh my god. Yeah, my back is fucked. That's even outside the actual fucked upness that I have on my back. Deadlifts are so good. Yeah, deadlifts are so good. I feel like anyone that goes to like a gym, even if it's one time in a week or something, should do deadlifts just for your core mobility and such. It makes your life so much easier if you actually have the muscles to carry, and you don't even need a lot, but if you actually have like the muscles supporting your body to just move around in day-to-day life. I have deadlifts on Thursday, let's go. I mean, that's good, that's good. I'm doing bench presses today. Oh, you have like do you have another day where you only do like squats? Or is it like on deadlift day as well? I mean, staying limber is very important as well. Like, my body has always been quite limber. I can't do splits or something like that, but my hips are quite flexible, and I can fold myself absolutely freaking double with quite some ease. So I'm happy for that, but I wouldn't... I did a lot of sports in my life as well, so I can't really like... I'm not a good baseline. That's what I wanted to say. But I try to keep my limberness. I have one main lift and then some accessories, and I really don't know at the moment. I just started a new plan yesterday. Okay. I mean, it's good that you're like doing workout already. I got a small home gym. Hey! Half rack barbells and dumbbells. That's enough, right? When I did strength training, I had my own set at home as well. I think it's an investment that a lot of people should have. Even if you just have like a kettlebell or something. It really goes a long way to do some compound movement. Yeah. I actually like naturally stretched and fixed my posture by reading this when I'm like... I used it a lot less end of last year after I tore my quad fun time. Oh! Ooh. That hurts. I recall long time ago when my dad did like badminton and he tore his Achilles muscle. Oh. Yeah, it's that's rough. I had quite a bit of broken bones and injuries through my life, but I did Aikido, so martial arts, right? And I landed wrongly on the mat and broke my shoulder bone. I think that was one of the most annoying freaking breaks, because they won't fix it in the in the hospital, because when it grows back together, even if it's like not flushed, the bone becomes stronger because it will just make more bone, right? But you just don't realize how much you use like your core balance, or like your shoulders and everything, when just walking up the stairs, or like like putting butter on bread was impossible with one hand. Like, what is it? It's I felt such a dent in my pride when I went like, Mom, can you put butter on my bread? when I broke my shoulder bone, man. Holy shit. Oh. Actual, like, yeah. Yeah, because you can't hold the bread and then smear the butter on it. And I'm like notoriously, how do you say that? Like in our household, asking for help was kind of like a weakness. Kind of like that, right? So oh, self-reliant, that's the word that's the word I was searching for. So I'm so self-reliant on myself, it's kind of like it goes too far in the other extreme, right? Achilles is among the top 3, worst part to tear at the bottom. Yeah. My dad agrees with you. Hold the bread with the pinky finger, but then still, then I have small hands, all right. It's it either becomes a really messy thing, or you just have like, yeah. It was a struggle for sure, and sleeping, waiting for that video. If you make that video on YouTube, you'll get so many views of people that like just like, what is it? It's like how would you name it? Spreading butter with one hand or something. YouTube is this AI. Yeah. Sleeping was the worst as well. Because you kind of need to sleep sitting up. Because laying down and you start turning in your sleep or something, you wake up with the most excruciating freaking pain. Yeah. Like, the pain wasn't even that I mean, like, the pain was bad, but like, the pain wasn't even that bad comparison to just how immobilized it was by just freaking breaking your shoulder bone. It's when I am so happy that I have a massive ass, because when I fall down, I think the worst fear I have in regards to like breaking bones is breaking my hip or something like that. Because that must be even worse, right? Alright, Granny. I mean... calm down. I know it probably won't happen quickly, but then again, my mom fell over with her motorcycle while she was almost stationary on the sidewalk, on like the edge of a sidewalk, and she broke her shoulder bone, or like her shoulder blade, like the tip of her shoulder blade. Sol is a big booty grandma. Oh no. I mean, yeah, my genes are like pretty... I got lucky with my genes, let's just say it like that. At what point does it go from Solo fell over to Solo had a fall? Oh my Yeah. I mean, I on the regular walk into doorposts. So, like, my bones are resilient, I think. To a certain degree, at least. You know, when you have those martial artists that punch like a tree to make their hand and finger bones and everything stronger. I'm like that, but just with doorposts. Yeah. I like bump into the doorpost and I apologize to it, bro. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. In my own house. Powerful hips, you said. Don't start on me. Don't you have a wife? No, lol. Oh, wait, a girlfriend then, or who had the wife? Oh wait, Hayes is married, right? Girlfriend, yeah. Oh yeah, oh you have a girlfriend. Okay. Yeah. Cause you sometimes say like the cat is with your girlfriend, I think. Don't let your girlfriend stop you finding your wife, bro. I'm about to like legit time you out like in half an hour for that sentence. No, Janessa, no. You know, when your girlfriend stops being your girlfriend, it's when she becomes your wife. All right. That's the only viable one right here. Don't use the cherry mode like the boxing. Oh god. The other day I was in another stream and I wanted to... Someone made fun of like the fucking boxing emote. And instead of like doing the double point and then to find the emote, right? Instead of doing double point chair, I wrote double point box, bro. I'm... You all are getting to me. I thought if I, like... If I went to edit the emote... to call it like chair box or something. I need to re-upload it again, which is dumb. Why can't I just edit it? It's a melon. It's mango, yeah, mango. Oh, that doesn't show up on stream. Interesting. Because it does show up in... Huh. Solo pom-pom? Yeah, but then nobody's gonna find it. I try to make my emotes like... that they pop up on like the regular names. I mean, you can also type solo, I guess. Oh, I was checking on my dashboard the other day and I saw like that the smug emote, Polly, due to my own let's see, dashboard. It gave me like, yeah, great job. Smug was your most used emote across all the channels in the last 30 days, 620 times. I'm such a menace, bro. Holy. Oh, that emote. Oh. I'm on phone, so always have to click through the emoji menu. On phone, you can also do the double point. My most used is probably your lurk one at the moment. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you like that one, because I was kinda... wondering if if it had too much like wall in it, right? But I see a lot of people liking it, so that's good. Like I try to make a combination between emotes I would use myself and emotes Holy Chat would like, right? And then of course in my channel I have like over 370 other options in here, so yeah. The only one that feels out of place to me is this, but you use it loads. Yeah. Yeah, that one was more for me. It's an emote that I added it myself. All the other ones are like commissioned. But I love it. It's like my gremlin spirit. I think even if I let that one be like commissioned by one of the artists that did my other emotes, it wouldn't have the same gremlin energy. So I'm just gonna keep this one. Yeah. As long as you like them. Yeah. I'm always happy when I commission like more emotes and such for chat. I'm running out of emote slots though, darn it. Right, gonna attempt to be strong. I'm around, but I'll be slow. Okay, you can do it. You can do it. Have the boxy mask. I hate you. Da, 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 da. Hydrate, yeah, okay, I'll hydrate with coffee. Shall we go start up Zelda, guy? It's been almost 3 hours of yapping. Me starting the stream, Beam asking, how is your voice? Me like, we're doing. We're doing. 3 hours of yapping later. Small yap session today. Just a small one. Just a tad bit. Yeah. Yep. It's such a good emote. Such a good emote.